What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another video on some Forza Horizon 5. It's been a little while since I've played this game. How crazy is it to say that? I've been trying to play a bunch of other games on the channel, and of course my views have been going down more and more, and I feel like every time I play this game people just don't really have that much of an interest anymore, which is fine and it makes sense. But I've tried other stuff on the channel, so if you guys haven't been watching it, I mean, I feel like that's kind of just your fault, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I've been told that there needs to be like variety on my channel. I started uploading variety on the channel and people just don't watch it, so it's just up to you guys if you guys want to watch or not. But I'm just saying, right, I've been uploading a bunch of other random games on the channel apart from this, so it's kind of weird to say that it's been a while since I played some Forza Horizon 5, or I don't play it as regularly as I used to before, obviously, as you can tell. Anyway, I want to try and put some of you guys head to head with each other. So I went over on the tunes that you guys usually send me. I love doing this sort of concept or these sort of videos, and obviously, you guys send me some tunes to try in future videos. So, over on the Discord, link to that is down below. You can click on the link tree and you can find the Discord in there, plus a bunch of my other socials. But in the Discord, I have a channel where people send tunes over to me to try. I'm probably not going to do something like this for a little while again after this, because I feel like it's kind of getting repetitive to the point where it might get a little boring to watch. So, just keep that in mind. I have two people that sent me some tunes, and I want to try them out. I'm going to put them head to head. They're both in A-Class 800, and they're both built, well, one of them is very specifically built for the Golden Touge, and the other one is specifically built just for it, like messing around in Touge lobbies, is what this guy said. No tunable aero and A-Class 800. He gave me the tune. I don't know what car it's for, but the other one is for the 1984 CRX, and that one's also built for the Touge. He did, however, all-wheel drive stuff, but he didn't leave it as a front-wheel drive. So we'll see what both of these are like. I'm going to put you guys head-to-head, because I feel like it'll be kind of fun for a video to try and just put you guys head-to-head with each other. So let's start off. I'll start off with the CRX, because we already know what car that is. We've already been given the car itself. So this is... Oh, sorry. This is the car that I have here. I don't know if anybody has ever sent me a CRX before, but... yeah. I think I have this, which is on drag tires. So I don't know if you guys have sent me this or someone else has sent me this, but I think there it is. That is the tune itself. I'll put the share code up on the screen for you guys to download as well, if you guys want to see that. So that's it. That's the Touge tune part 2, I guess. 300 or 270 horsepower. A bit low for A-Class. But he's giving it a lot of grip. So ideally, what I really should be thinking about doing with this car is try to keep my speed up as much as I possibly can. Because I think if I... Let me bring the volume up as well, because I was streaming this game, so the volume's a bit low. So, what I think with this car is... he's giving it way too much grip and way little power. So, ideally what I should do is try to keep my speed up as much as I possibly can with this car when I'm on the track. That is the ideal way to run this. Because 270 horsepower in A-Class is really, really, really low. It's very, very low. And if I go over into... Hopefully that didn't shut down my stream. It didn't. If I go over into the Touge times themselves, like A-Class cars are putting down about 430, right? Okay. We'll try it out anyway. We'll give it a shot. Sim steering. Driving line. Let's turn you off because it's annoying on this track, because it doesn't really make sense. Okay, let's try it. Let's see what this guy's tune is like. I mean, he built it specifically for this track. I think as though these cars are very lightweight anyway, so even after all-wheel drive swapping it and only having 270 horsepower, still very, very light. The rev's very high. Okay, it's a little floaty, boat-like. Definitely expected a lot more grip for a car that doesn't really have this much power. Yeah, I definitely expected a lot more grip out of this guy. You see how it floats wide? You can turn A-class cars into absolute beasts if you give them a load of grip. I have a couple of Subarus that I've left like all-wheel drive. I don't want to like all-wheel drive swap something else, but I have a couple of Subarus and a couple of Evos that absolutely annihilate this track. In all-wheel drive. But they also have about 400 horsepower, which is this is what I found really strange with this car is somehow, some way, this guy only managed to get 270 horsepower out of this little Honda. And again, weight is, I guess, on its side. It does feel nippy, but it does also feel like the front end is a bit floaty. It's not very sharp to turn in. Sorry, it does turn in sharply, but then it just like loses feel, if that makes sense. I don't even know how to explain it to you. Like I'm contradicting my statements here, but you can see the way it drives. Again, it doesn't feel bad. It's just this. It feels like something's off. I don't know if it's the speed that I'm going through these corners with or what, but that is... I'll just finish the run. What am I doing? Can you tell it's been a little while since I played this game? That was bad. This run was also not going to be very fast anyway to begin with, but I think it's going to be even slower now. I genuinely feel if you left this thing as a front-wheel drive, you probably would have been a lot faster. Because you don't need a lot of horsepower anyway. But if you build your tune correctly, if you give it all the grip in the world that you can, and you left it as a front-wheel drive, it'd be lighter. It'd be lighter, and you can get the front end to be a lot sharper to turn in. The back end will just kind of need a bit of aero on the back end, and the back end will just follow you in. Because right now it's slow. Okay. With the crash and everything, final time is 4:43. It's not horrible, but it is a little slow. I think we can go... Well, I obviously know I can go faster. Let's just do one more and try and beat that run. Usually what I do with these anyway is the very first like run when I'm doing these events are definitely more like a trial run. Kind of like a try to get used to the car type of run. And then we go again. And if you're wondering why I'm playing in cockpit view and not chase cam, I feel more accurate like this. I feel like I've said this many times before. I know people would want to see the car going around in chase cam. Sorry. I just know I can be a little bit more accurate with my driving like this. I'm trying to use that steering to my advantage now. I'm gonna try steering into the corners a little earlier. Especially if I can carry more speed through the corners as well. I'm going to do my best to try and fully improve on the last run. In every way, shape or form. If I can pull off another 10 seconds off my time, I can probably do a PB with this car. Like, I've built some fast cars on this track in A-Class. So far, I haven't had a single person beat my cars. So the times you're watching on the Discord, right? The times that are on that little leaderboard. I don't think... Maybe like 1 or 2 of those are my car. Like, I'll have one... I think one of them is like an 8.6 that's at the very bottom of the leaderboard. But that's all because I was trying to like drift around this like an initial D. But I don't usually put my own cars on that leaderboard. Those are cars from people that have sent stuff in. And some people just don't know how to tune. Which is fine. I'm all for testing people's tunes out, whether they're good or bad. But people are trying their best, obviously, to make a fast car. On this track, and it's, for some people, it's a little bit more difficult than others. But I like the way all of these drive differently. They all have their own like little characteristics, and I kind of have to get used to driving each and every single one of them, right? Because they're all going to be slightly different to each other. They're not all going to be identical. Yeah, much better than before. But again, I'm gonna try. That's my fault. My bad. But again, I'm gonna try and give everybody a nice little run with their cars, so I don't go in and I put down a terrible time and just call it tune bad and then that's it. That's why having 2 different laps. Or not different, but like having 2 laps of this, or 2 attempts of this, is usually the best way to go. I feel like if I don't get used to the car after 2 runs, you either build like a really, really, really fast car, like X-Class, S2, stuff like that, or you build a really bad car. Because doing these corners at basically twice the speed that this car is doing it, it's a little bit more intense, a little bit harder to do in just 2 attempts. So sometimes I'll end up crashing, so it is definitely not the ideal thing if I'm crashing with an A-Class car. Come on, go. I can get... Oh, that's so close. Did I do it? I did. This is now the fastest A-Class car that you guys have sent me. This Honda Civic, it beats the Focus. The Focus used to be one of the fastest ones, and that was a front-wheel drive, a 435 626. And this thing got a 433 316. Okay. Out of all the A-Class cars, this is the fastest one. That's crazy, though, because it's really, really, like, underpowered. I'll take it. Let's have just a quick little look at the replay. I'm not going to, like, watch the entire thing. But just a quick little look, and then we'll swap over to the other car. Like, the car itself, he built it specifically for this track, so I'm assuming he's probably gone even faster than I have, right? There are a few things that I would like to change with this car, but obviously I can't. There are ways that I think you can make this maybe a little bit faster without sacrificing too much, because it doesn't seem like you have like the most amount of grip possible, because there are cars that you can literally build, especially in A-Class, like they are on rails. But I think because this thing is so light, only 270 horsepower is good for it. But I generally thought that this was going to have a lot more grip than what it does now. Even though it's very, very good still. I can't really, like, complain too much. It gets a little bit floaty after a certain point, so it's just a bit weird with the steering. There are ways you can make it a little bit sharper and for it to not be as floaty as before, but yeah, that's right. I don't mind it. It was good. It was good. It's definitely better than the average tunes that you guys sent me. Right, let me move over to the other tune now and check that one out. So this one we have no idea what it's actually for. But he said he'd think that I can't even speak. Let me just read it word for word. Thought I'd throw my hat in the ring. Okay, there you go. He thought that I'd throw my hat in the ring would not make sense if I said that. Alright, so I have no idea what the tune is for, but let's just get the tune itself. Yeah, that was the share code for the previous one if you guys want to try it out. 593349402. I'm not going to be... wait, what? Okay, there we go. I'm not going to be doing any sort of paints here, but we'll see. 163221335 is the tune for this. What is it? What is it? Ooh, a Testarossa. Okay. I do like a Testarossa. He said there's no air on it, so it's more like a purist build than anything else. Race suspension, everything's race. Rear wheel drive. Interesting. Very interesting. I don't know how to really expect this one to go. I do have a Ferrari Testarossa, which is really, really fast. I actually really like it. But, like, there's mine in A-Class. But it's a bit different. I have two of them, actually. One of them is for off-roading. So, actually, no, they're both for road racing. What am I on about? So, obviously, some of these have slightly different characteristics to each other. Let's just take this one and slap the tune onto this one. The off-road / rally one is actually still really, really good for driving on the road itself. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's being used for. Anyway. Yeah, I have a few of them these that are actually very, very good here. That's probably what the other tune is. It's this one. Anyway, yeah, I've had a couple of people send me a Ferrari Testarossa tune. Touge inspired, apparently. So let's just do this. This one apparently has no aero, though. He also said better using manual with clutch. Ugh. God. Yeah, those gear changes suck ass. Yeah, they're bad. I'll try a couple of runs with manual clutch. Hopefully I am not that bad with them. The touge run is annoying for manual clutch. I don't like manual clutch on controller. If I'm playing on a wheel, then sure. But if I'm playing on controller, it sucks ass. I think what I should really try and do is just get my hands on one of the controllers that have the buttons on the back. I feel like that'll just make my life so much easier with manual clutch. Because I can't rewire my brain to press specific, like, different buttons. Because I know people change the way the buttons are on a controller for them to be able to actually play it. But I have mine still as the left bumper. And that's the most comfortable one that I have. Apart from that, like, I feel like if I change it to some of the stuff... The people have been telling me to try and change it. I'm just not going to enjoy it. Whoa. This thing has more power than the Civic, and it drives completely differently. It drives completely differently to the Civic. Feels so much faster. Can you tell I'm concentrating by not that I'm not saying anything? Oh, come on. It's fine, we keep going. You can definitely tell that this car has no aero. You can tell the car is lower, it's very floaty. The thing is though, it's not unmanageable, right? So it's still pretty decent. But it does float around a little bit, and you kind of have to catch it everywhere you go. You have to catch it from sliding. Okay. So I can keep my speed up a little bit more, I think. Damn, really there as well? Wow, okay, well, I guess not. I'm trying to turn in earlier because the car floats around a lot. And sometimes I turn it too early. Like, that's just, it is what it is. Yeah, I don't know how, like, this isn't it. Not for this track. Maybe it's my driving. Obviously this drives completely differently to the Civic, or to the CRX. So I can't really compare the two that much. But it's a completely different type of car. And the way you drive this thing is so... I thought that the Civic was, or the CRX was a little bit floaty, but holy shit, this thing floats a lot. Because it has no aero, I don't have, like, the stability. It's like a purist build. But this track does not need purist builds. Can you do runs without aero? 100% you can. It's just... This track is about keeping your speed up as much as you possibly can. And the only way to do that is if you have as much grip as you possibly can. This car is lacking the grip. Has power and... That's kind of it. Thing is though, this is actually a really good tune. I just don't think it's like a golden touge tune. That's what I mean. Like, I'm not here complaining about Test... I think the Testarossa is a fantastic car to drive in this game. Like, that's why I have multiples of them. And they're all very, very good in their own way. And even this is a purist build, which I'm pretty sure someone already sent me a purist build before on this car. Even this is like a purist build type of vibe. It's very, very good. Maybe the only really I need to do, or the only thing I really need to do is just kind of concentrate a bit more and try not to crash. Try and keep my speed up as much as I possibly can. Try not to crash this thing into anything. Again, it floats around a lot, so I can't really like be incredibly accurate when driving. I need to try and like steer into the corners way before the corner starts and everything. Like, that's why I crashed in the last run as well. So even here, like, I slowed down a bit too much, but I also tried not to start steering in too early. See, there I probably could have started steering it in a little bit earlier. See, there I tried to be a little bit more careful so I don't crash into that wall again. Don't worry, I've learned from my mistakes, don't you worry. See, a little back end crash is fine, as long as I don't crash with my front end. And it's all good. A little rear quarter, like scratch off the wall, is fine. Come on, man. There's no way it's not turning in. It's not that. Look at the front end to point in more and more, and it's just floating wide. Come on. God, okay, good. Two completely different cars going head to head with each other. I feel like I've done a good job on this run though. I still feel like I'm a little bit like off pace, as in like I'm a bit slower than what I should be. But it's because I'm trying not to like have this car go too wide on me. Kind of like what I just did there. Oh god. This is going to be slower. I don't think by much. I think maybe this without ABS would be really, really good, except I'm horseshit. Or it'll be horseshit for me to try and play without ABS. And manual clutch. 438. You know what? I'll take a 438 for this. I'll take it. I feel like it's not as fast as I thought I was going to be. There's so many mistakes that I made with the car. But that's the thing, right? Especially going from the CRX to this, like it's a completely different beast. It's a completely different car the way it drives. I think this can probably get very, very close to the CRX if I do a few more runs. But that's the thing here, right? If I can't do it in 2 runs, I mean, obviously if I crash and my car really just stops, you know, then I'll go again. But if it's like little scratches off the wall, like my back end hits off the wall, or I go slightly too up, that's just something, you know, that I can't really. I mean, I can control, but it's just something that I really have to get just used to. And obviously, I can do the same thing with every single car on this list that I've done before. If I drive it more, the more I drive it, the more I get used to it, and the faster my time will get. But that's not the whole point here. It's like I do 2 runs, 2 full runs. One is basically more of like a, you know, figuring out how the car works a little bit, and then the second one is where I try and push it a lot harder. And I definitely pushed it a lot harder in this one. I did hold back on some of the corners where I thought I was going to go too wide, and you'll be able to tell for some of the other corners where I did push it a little bit too wide because it went a bit too fast. So it's just finding the right balance with this specific car. I feel like the CRX again is just an easier car to drive because it's all-wheel drive, it has aero and everything. This is just completely differently built. Like, this has almost twice the horsepower that the CRX does, you know? And it drives differently. I definitely think that if you kept the CRX front-wheel drive, you probably would be faster. Because you'd be able to squeeze more power out of it. And in sections like this, where I'm driving right now, you'd be able to get higher speeds. And I think the CRX is actually able to do it. It's able to actually keep quite a good amount of grip as, like in the corners as a front-wheel drive. Anyway. They aren't my tunes. I'm just kind of trying to give my opinion out there for some of these tunes. But yeah, these were enjoyable. Trying to put these 2 completely different cars head to head with each other was very fun. But yeah, like I said, I'm probably not going to do stuff like this for a little while again, because again, I don't want it to get stale and boring. So if you are sending me over more Golden Touge tunes, I may not pick them for a long time. I'm just letting you know now. But yeah, this was fun to do. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching it as well. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day.